Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back to the 10K to $2 million funding challenge. It's Friday, August the 18th, 7 a.m. New York time. Good morning to everyone here in the States. Good afternoon to everyone over there on the other side of the pond. And good evening, everyone on the other side of the world. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. The 10K to $2 million funding challenge officially sponsored by the Bespoke Funding Program, where you can trade up to $4 million in max funding. And if you use the code Venator, you get an amazing 15% off and 85% profit split. So welcome in, guys. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I tried to scroll through the Discord, but y'all have been in there since like 2 o'clock in the morning. I could not keep up. So I'm glad y'all are in there doing that. I just was not going to scroll back and look through and see all of the chat and messages and pictures. But anyway, we're here, we're back, we're giving away a 10K account at 9 a.m. So in just 2 hours, we will give away another 10K account today. And TBD on how I'm going to do that yet. I still don't exactly know. I just know somebody's going to get a 10K account, and you have to be on the live stream to get it. So your chances of winning one are probably the best they're going to be compared to other account giveaways. But John, Aditya, welcome in. Nusla, Red Ezekiel, Adrian, Cisco, Andy C, LOL, Alpha Bridge, Michael D, the Loyalty Family, Muhammad, and Corey. All in so far, and I'm glad you're here. We've got a little bit of action going on already today. If we can close down through and get some closure. I'm selling today. I'm definitely selling. I think Eurodollar's coming down to these lows. That's my bias. That's what I'm sticking to. So any opportunity I can get, any kind of breaker I can get, any kind of change of structure and fair value gap, we're selling it. There was a nice little breaker here that we tapped into on GU. It was just kind of hard to really tell how much of this you wanted to use. Could have used this one right here, but it didn't really get back up halfway. So until GU closes down through here, this is where we need to see GU close to get a breaker. That's the breaker block that I need to see get run. So we've run buy side liquidity here. We've tapped into this order block, took out a swing high. So if we get some closure below there, displacement below, I'll be looking for an opportunity to sell GU on EU. It's not quite as clean. I would prefer maybe to see a run of a high and then displacement down, but here we did get this run of liquidity. We displaced through. We came back up into this. This breaker held pretty much all night. Well, after it broke through, the rest of the London session, this breaker is kind of held. So not the cleanest area to look for a breaker right here currently. We didn't take out, we did technically take out a swing high right here. So potentially, it's just not super clean, but you could either use all of these down close candles, or you could use this small down close candle. This is the last down close before we took out this short-term high right here. These up here look more juicy. I'd almost prefer to see New York maybe pop up, take this, and then displace down. But I do think we're coming down here. Dollar. The more I look at the dollar, the more I think we're heading up. Oh gosh, the more I think we're heading up. We've got this high here. I think we could take another stab into this. And this volume imbalance inside this order block right here, I think could be where we're heading. I don't know if we get all the way up here today. I think we could. I do think we're going to get back up above yesterday's high and potentially this old daily swing level here back on Monday, June 12th. So that's just kind of what I'm watching and waiting for, is how can I sell this and go short? That's what I'm looking for today. It's where my bias is. It's what I'm sticking to. And that's what we're gonna watch and wait for. GU, nice little market maker sell model. Coming back down, I would I would anticipate this swing low. It didn't grab it here. I think it's probably going to take that out. We are in a massive uptrend on GJ. So again, I don't like taking when you're in this massive uptrend. If I could get a good, strong 4-hour or daily, the daily break is way down here. So and he had a big gap down yesterday as well on GJ. But maybe if we could get a good, strong 4-hour break below this level, you get a pullback, a failure to make a new high, and then you get a break below and a good, strong close. Maybe you could start looking for some shorts on GJ. It's in a massive uptrend. You don't want to fight that. You need definitely higher time confirmation before you start jumping in on that. At least for me, I do. US 30, it just completely fell out of nowhere. Not out of nowhere, but I mean, this was our daily fair value gap draw on liquidity that we pointed out at the beginning of the week. Completely closed that out. Actually had a nice little breaker. Where was this? This was in yesterday's afternoon session. We took out these highs. We displaced through. We came back up right into this breaker. These 3 candles right here are your breaker. It displaced through. It came back up. You could have gotten in at 50% of that. I don't trade the afternoon session. Also had that beautiful euro dollar sell there as well that I put in the Discord. That was also outside. This one right here. This is I posted in Discord yesterday. As this candle was sprinting, I identified the breaker, came right back up into this order block, breaker, fair value gap, OTE. It was just a beautiful. There was about 5 different confirmations here, but it was at 12:15 in the afternoon, and I don't take trades. I don't trade pairs that late in the day. So, but again, just more confirmation of how price acts and responds with these breaker blocks. So good to see it play out there. I'm going to take that off. Chat pair, dollar CAD. We've taken out some sell side liquidity here. If we get some displacement up, I'll be buying dollar CAD. So I'm going to need to see some displacement down here. We've taken out the sell side liquidity. If we get displacement above this level, I'll be looking for an opportunity to buy. That's very, very, very quickly the rundown. There's not much to do every day. You don't have to take and spend 30, 45 minutes on the charts every single day. When you look at them all day, every day, you know what you're looking for. You know what you're expecting. You know where your drawn liquidity is. You identify, have we had a run on liquidity? Is it in the opposite direction of where my bias is? Great. Okay, now we just wait for displacement. So that's what we're doing. Quick stab down into liquidity. If we get a quick stab up and break through, then we know where price is going. It's going up here. GU, quick stab up into liquidity. If we get a breakdown, where's price going? All these swing lows, all this liquidity, it's going down. EU, quick stab up, displacement down. So I would like to see this. I need to see some displacement down here. But This is our draw on liquidity right here. We'll see if we get down there today. I think we are. I think we're going to go down here today, but we'll find out. We'll find out, and we might get a nice little setup called out here pretty early in the stream. And I tried to find the Discord link the other day. Can you share, please? Yeah, absolutely. Let me throw it up. I'll put it here. I'm guessing anybody. Well, no, you guys can't share links. Never mind. There's a Discord link for you. Pound Aussie. Loyalty family. Breaker on Pound Aussie. The oil play is nice little call we did yesterday and some analysis. And slightly in profit if you took that. We'll leave that up. GBP AUD. Another one I haven't looked at in a while. So here's the thing is you're in this massive uptrend. So what's your bias? What is your bias? Your bias should be bullish. Your bias should be looking for an opportunity to go long. So you wouldn't want to be doing anything except taking longs. Does that mean you're going to miss a couple of sells in here? Maybe. But you're also going to miss a couple of losses too. So you're looking long. You had a run on liquidity here. I mean, if you're wanting to go short, I just wouldn't. Number one, I just said I would only be looking for longs. So if I'm looking for longs, I want to see a run of liquidity below an old low, and then I want to see displacement away. So this is where we had the run on liquidity, but we haven't had displacement away up this to the top side. So here, no. Here, no. If you're talking about going short, your run on liquidity would be here and displacement away, and you come back up, and your breaker would have been way down here. But this is just chopping right now, and so there's not a super clean. I would want to see displacement above these highs. Or another stab into some sell side liquidity here, and then a break and maybe a breaker right there. But if I was looking to go long, I'd be looking to take out yesterday's high. And that's where I would be, my eyeballs would be. Here's your run on sell side liquidity, and we just have not displaced up higher from there. So I don't see any breaker to go long just yet. All right, let me jump into the chat, see if there's anything else going on over here. Said hey to a bunch of guys. H, welcome in. Shadow Trades, good morning. Mr. Alfie, headache is gone and cleared up. It was brutal yesterday. It stayed with me pretty much all day. I had the ice packs on, man. I laid down. I took naps. It just drank a ton of water. I mean, it was a bad headache. I have not had a headache like that in a while. So, you know, I don't know where it came from or why it was there, but it was, and it sucked. But now it's gone. I'm good today. Thank you for asking, Matthew. Hey, David Dreams, welcome in. Emmanuel, hello. Bialamansky, good afternoon. Mr. Partha, good morning. George, welcome back. A week's holiday. Ooh, let's hear about it, man. What'd you do? Anything fun? Aditya, welcome to the Discord, man. Galaxy was just testing chart sharing. I'm not sure what that means. Beeswax, hello. Aditya Root. We have Aditya B and Aditya Route or Root. I'm not sure how you say that. Good morning. Matthew, for the giveaway accounts, do you know if you still get the refund for the price of the account despite not paying for it? I don't believe you do. I don't believe you get a refund because there was no payment. I could be wrong, but I believe if it's free, there's no refund for free. I mean, that would be my assumption. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm pretty confident you don't get the refund, but you should ask. Raja Bora, hi. Aditya, what fight was going on in Twitter between Prop Firm CEO and Newman? I kind of know just a little bit about it. I did not listen to any of it. I did not want to just sit there and... I know enough about it to know that those guys are probably not going to be risking the validity of their firms and risking the damage to their firms over one trader's problems. If you don't think these CEOs are talking to each other and sharing information about specific traders and shady practices, then you don't understand this industry. So this guy, he was obviously doing some shady stuff enough to raise enough eyebrows across multiple firms of people realizing how he was basically skirting around the terms and conditions about, basically trading multiple accounts under different people's names, using different KYC methods to get more funding and all that kind of stuff. And it's just, I have no comment on his actual trading ability or his trading strategy. I remember a few weeks ago when he was all over social media posting all of the fundings and the payouts and all this other kind of stuff. And it's kind of one of those things, and he's been through quite a bit in the past too. Like, it's not like this guy has been squeaky clean his entire trading, at least online, his trading presence online. He has not been the squeakiest clean of traders and personalities in the trading industry. So that doesn't mean that a guy can't change and can do different things. I'm just saying that you already are going to have people looking at you with kind of a side eye, like, is this legit no matter what you do? It definitely appeared too good to be true from all of the things that people could see and were doing. So my preference is to see GU not... I would like to see GU close outside of this breaker. It did not right here. The bodies of these candles are being respected here pretty cohesively there. We did get a small close down here. Where is our midnight open? So all that to say about the whole Nomen and My Funded FX and even Bespoke, because Bespoke kicked him out too. I didn't listen to it all. I don't know all the details, but again, here's a guy that has had shady dealings with prop firms and brokers in the past, and then he pops up and he's suddenly everywhere all at once with massive funding and massive payouts, doing, I don't know, it did. I even said it. I think I even said it on a stream one time. Someone asked me about him, and I even said, seems too good to be true. And in a lot of cases in life, when something seems too good to be true, it often is too good to be true. There's something else going on. That's all I want to say about it. I don't want to spend the whole stream talking about it. How much time does it took you to pass phase 1? Raja asked. It took me 13 days to pass phase 1 and phase 2 for this 10K funded account that we're trading live on right now. It took, you can go see the playlist on YouTube. It's 13, I think. Let me look at it. I got it. I had it up. Let me look at my playlist real quick. 13 days. 13 days for phase 1 and phase 2. And then we traded for 10 days, or actually 2 weeks. We traded for 2 weeks, and then we got our refund and bought another 10K account. And then we traded for 10 more days, and we passed the phase 1 of the current 10K challenge that we're in. And then we bought a 100K account, and now for 40 days, we have been working on this for 40 days. So not ideal, but it is what it is. It's just, where we've run into a string of losing streaks and drawdown. But we're still alive, we're still kicking, and we're still trading on the same account. And 2 years ago, I would have probably blown this account. In 40 days, I probably could have lost at least 5 accounts. And here we are after 40 days, still only 6% in drawdown. So, doing just fine. Doing just fine here. I think GU is going to be a nice little play today if we can get it to cooperate. And I do believe it will. Got the intro song stuck in my head. The one thing that I'm going to need to clear up with Bespoke for this live stream is I'm sitting here trading live, and they're the sponsor of the stream. They know that I sit here and call out trades. And so I want to see what their stance is on me doing this. I mean, they're obviously okay with it to some degree because they sponsor the stream. They know exactly what I'm doing. They see it. But I'm wondering if it's ever going to become an issue where, depending on how many people, if people, I don't know how many of you guys are actually using the trades that I call out. I think some of you are. I don't think all of you are. So it may not be a big deal, but if there were 400 or 500 people on here or 1,000 people on here and 200 of them were taking the trades that I'm calling, that's an issue. That's going to be a problem for them. They're not going to be okay with that. So I need to figure out from them what is their balance for me on that, and then how can I do this stream in a way that you don't know what trades I'm taking. So I don't know how to get around that. I need to maybe at the end of this month, when we sit down and kind of review this first month of our sponsorship, I can get into the details on that with them. But I think it's worth having a conversation about. I'm going back through the chat, so I'm just scrolling up here. I know I'm not caught up. I'm just trying to get caught up. Shadow Trade says, I listened to everything and Noman was innocent. He gave every proof and even explained his strategy. I did not listen to it. Muhammad says, yes, he said that it's his capital and he doesn't want to do business with Noman. Kaler's just said that he's banning him because he doesn't like his trading style. Most CEOs have equity in each other's firms. I think a few do. I don't know that all of them do. I think there are a few key people that have ownership across multiple firms. Raja Borobo. I already answered that question. Mr. Alfie, I don't trust people who tell you how good they are on social media. Experience has taught me that those who have to tell you how good they are generally aren't. It's just easy. It's so easy on social media to fake profitability. I mean, you can just post charts and hindsight as though it's real. You can Photoshop certificates. You can Photoshop. You can fake MT4 data. Like, there's so much that you can do to screw it up. So, all right, I'm gonna get this GU trade set up here. I like it. I'm setting it up. We're going with this. Going with this entry right here. Yep. That's the one. Excuse me while I get this situated. There you go. There you go. Nice little trade alert first thing in the morning. I'm all for it. Do 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 1 2 6 7 8 9. There you go. And I'm gonna go throw this over in the Discord too. Why not? Nope, that's not the one. Where did it go? Should I just be, oh, I can't, I need to recopy it. Do, do, do. All right, got that posted, got that set up. We're either going to get triggered or we won't. We'll see what happens here. My preference is that we come back up, get sniped in, and or we just get slapped fast. Again, I always prefer to get slapped fast. That's the way I prefer it. Rip that band-aid off. Typically when I'm wrong, if you guys know this, when I'm wrong, when the breaker setup is wrong, it's wrong very, very quickly. We don't have to sit around and wait to find out if we're wrong. So that's the nice thing about the breaker setup is you typically do find out very quickly whether you're right or wrong. You're either going to get triggered in and it's going to start moving away pretty rapidly, or it's just going to completely demolish your stop loss and you don't have to worry about anything else the rest of the day. So it's typically not one that you have to sit in. There are times I've been in some trades for a few hours because price gets choppy, but we'll see. Excuse me. I'm happy with that setup. It fits my criteria. I know exactly what it looks like and I see it. And just to be clear, we have a run of liquidity, a quick stab up. We've had quick stab down. We've got displacement. We take that high. I'm actually, this setup here on the 30 minute is the one that I'm using. These candles all together right here are the breaker I'm using. Run down, pop up, breakthrough, around 50%. That fair value gap right there is the one I wanted to see it come back into and tap into. And my stop is above the body of the candle of that created the fair value gap, the highest fair value gap. So that's where this all works. And I'm going for just over a 1 to 2. And yeah, I think it's beautiful. I love it. High confidence. I always have high confidence in these trades. Anytime I'm taking a trade, I can't remember the last time I placed a trade where I was like, oh God, I don't know. If I feel that, I stay out. You've seen me on this stream time and time again. If I ever have massive doubts about something, I stay out of it. So I have confidence in the system and I have confidence in this setup. So we're taking it, baby. We're taking it. GJ is crushing hard. Dollar CAD, we're getting displacement up here. This is also going to be a good setup here. We could get long somewhere right in here with your stop up under here. Ooh, you probably just you would need to leave it there. And there's your setup on, and you could even maybe come down to 50% here. Somewhere in there. Right there, and there's your TP. There's your TP. I like that too. That's also a very nice looking setup. Maybe we'll set both of them up. I don't know. Let me check these other ones here. What the heck? Oh, there we go. I'm just looking at these other accounts. I do have the trade copier running, but I'm just making sure that it's exactly where I want it to be. When you have just 3 accounts, you don't have to use the trade copier. You have plenty of time to set all that up. Yeah. I think we're all good to go there. All right, let me scroll back through the chat. Sorry. We had a nice little trade set up. I need to take a break from talking. So I don't trust people who tell me how good they are. We already did that one. Shadow trades. But how about the pending payment of Noman? I think he say he'll pay it to him. I'm not sure. Oh, the pending payouts. I don't know if they're going to pay him out or not. I don't know. Haven't kept up with it. You can't put a time frame on passing a challenge, Raja. Correct. You cannot, because we're in this 100K challenge right now and a phase 2 10K challenge. And it's been 40 days, those are trading days. So there's even more days in between there. That's basically 2 months we've been in this challenge. Thank God we have no time limits. Depends on setups, market gives. That's right, Cisco. So you have 4 accounts. On this stream, I have 3 accounts. I have the 10K funded account. We have the 10K phase 2 challenge. And then we have the 100K phase 1 challenge. So 3 accounts right now. I have other funded accounts that I trade off the stream that I'll be posting setups for those in the Discord channel. The last 2 days, we posted setups in there, and they've been very, very accurate. Not that they will always be, but the first 2 days I did it, they have been. Is it the playlist with 13 videos? Yes, it is. Which strategy model you use? This strategy here. This is the only strategy I use. There's a video on YouTube that shows you the exact strategy we're using here on the live stream. You can go watch that. It breaks this strategy down. It's a breaker block strategy. And so, yeah, that's all. That's it. That's all you got to do. Watch that. Watch those 13 videos. You can see exactly how I took these same kinds of trades and passed phase 1 in 7 days and passed phase 2 in 6 days. This setup right here. Yeah, they said that they can ban you if you do live stream. I'll talk to them. I think you can do a live stream. They don't mind if you do a live stream. Obviously, they're sponsoring this program. I think what it's going to come down to is we'll probably just have to reach an agreement if they're going to remain the sponsor and not ban me. That I just don't call out trades. I can analyze charts, but I can't say like, here's the trade I'm taking. Here's the entry. Here's the stop loss. Here's the take profit, right? I can just scroll through a bunch of different charts, do a bunch of different analysis, and we can talk about trading psychology. We can talk about back testing. We can talk about all kinds of stuff that isn't me giving you the exact trades that you should be entering on. So that's kind of how I view that. That's kind of how I view that is there's other ways to do this stream. And I can still post screenshots after my trades. Kind of the whole point of me doing this was so that people weren't thinking that I was faking it, If I'm not actually telling you beforehand what I'm doing, then there's always going to be somebody saying, oh, well, he didn't really do that. Oh, the prop firm just gave him that account. He can show his wins. It's all the stuff that we've already been saying. So it's how do you verify that someone's actually doing what they say they're doing nowadays? How do you know it's not a deep fake, basically? And getting on YouTube and doing it live is the only way that I know how to do that. But if it's going to cause a problem with my ability to make money in my business, then I don't want to do that, obviously. So Biolomansky, I'm not a fan of Nomen. I definitely, oh my gosh, I got to scroll back up. Definitely don't like him, but if you call someone out like that claiming he's using high frequency trading, you should have proof to back it up, but they don't, which is bad. It's clearly not fair. I didn't think it was about the high frequency trading as much as it was about the KYC, like skirting around the KYC issues and managing everyone's accounts that aren't his. I thought that was the issue. Maybe I'm wrong. Cisco, I'd be very cautious about using the trades you call, as I don't want them to ban me for copying someone else. There's plenty of other pairs, guys. You don't have to use these pairs. You don't even have to use my trades. I'm showing you, and I've said all along, I'm not here to try to convince you to take the trades I'm taking. I'm not here to try to tell you to use this strategy. I'm here to show you what it takes, what a professional trader does when they sit down to trade every single day. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I'm here to show you how to be patient. I'm here to show you how to have self-discipline. I'm here to show you how to manage your approach to the markets, how to follow your rules, how to use good, proper risk management. That's what this stream is really all about. Now, I can't do this stream without taking trades. So you don't have to take these trades. Use your trading strategy. Use your system. Have confidence in yourself, not me. That's really what it comes down to, you know. I mean, it's just, you got to do you. Don't do Venator. Don't do Nomen. Don't do ICT. Don't do anyone else. Just do you. Use your trading system. Use your strategy. That's what you need to be doing. DTB, honestly, I like how niche our community is. Not everyone shares an interest in slowly building their account towards real wealth. Most people just want to go rich or go home. Yeah. This community is not about a specific strategy. Absolutely, it's not. It's not about using this setup. It's not about using any setup. It's about learning how to trade no matter what your setup is. That's really what this community is about, is learning how to be a trophy buck A+ setup hunter. That's what we're about. So you can use whatever trading system you want. You can use whatever strategy that suits you and your tastes. What you're lacking is the discipline and the patience and the perseverance to do what needs to be done and do it the right way. That's what you're lacking, and that's what we're doing here on the stream. Again, I'm not here to teach you or convince you that my way to do this, my way to find good setups, is the perfect way to do it. That's not why I'm here. That's not what the stream is about. I was thinking about that too. I was confused. Will y'all smash that like button, please? Says Biolomansky. Yep. Biolomansky's always looking out for that like button here on the stream, and I appreciate that, man. You're awesome. LOL says, I'm planning to take a trade on EU, the 15-minute BPR. There's a few of them in there. There's a few of them in there. We're not quite triggered in here yet. I think we're about to be. Trading Night says, hello, Team Texas. What's up? Nusla, you're taking dollars from them to give it to us. Maybe. H, you could draw boxes for entries and stop loss without the exact pricing. Trades will be similar, but not exact for those taking them. Yeah, I can. I can do analysis, and you guys can figure out what to do with it or not. I mean, if the thing is that, And I think FTMO got into this with someone either last year or a couple of years ago or something, where basically they were saying that, we got triggered in. Basically, they were saying, let me put this up. I just want to make sure that I'm. Whoa. Basically, I think FTMO was saying that they weren't paying somebody out because there were several traders that were all taking very similar. All the trades were within just a pip or two of each other and all this other kind of stuff. And they actually ended up paying those traders out. And it was because they were all basically from the same trading community. They were all using the same strategy. They were not talking with each other about their entries. They were not talking with each other or communicating with each other about those specific pairs or those specific trades. But there were so many of them that came from this specific trading community. Well, what do you think's going to happen when people are learning how to trade and they learn from, let's say, one mentor, and they learn one specific strategy on one specific pair, and then 10 of those people all get funded with the same account? Those 10 people, guess what they're doing? They're all trading that same strategy, and if they're all consistent, they're all going to be taking the basically the same setups over and over and over again. That's how trading works. So they identified this pattern of traders where they were all taking the same trades on the same pairs at the same times with the same general entries, the same general stop losses, and the same general take profits. And they all generally had the same amount of payouts. And so they were like, this is super fishy. They ended up paying them all out. I do think that they asked some of them to stop trade, or they just basically said, hey, we can't have this many people all doing the same thing. It just increases the risk dramatically for the firm. And so I think they either kicked out a few of them or told them, hey, if you want to stay here, you're going to have to find a different strategy. That's the part of the prop firm space that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, well, it makes sense to me from a prop firm standpoint, from a business standpoint, that you want to diversify your risk across multiple strategies, right? But if all of the traders, not all, I mean, let's just say all 40 people on the stream right now all got a 10K or a 100K account with bespoke funding, and we all used the breaker block strategy, and you all knew it as perfectly and executed it as consistently as I do. You all are watching the same pair. All 40 of us are watching the same pair. We're not on a live stream. We're not in a Discord channel. We're just sitting at our own charts watching this play out. And all 40 of us took this trade right here. They could claim we're all in cahoots together. They could claim that. But we're not. We just all have a good strategy and a good setup and a good, a good execution. And I don't know how that. It's just that gets into the gray waters for me of the gray area for me of, if it's just solely left up to prop firm discretion about who they're going to work with, who they're going to pay out, who they're not going to pay out, based on lots of people using the same strategy, even though they're not talking about it together. That's when it gets kind of funky to me. That's when it gets kind of funky. Duck Tung Lu, good morning. RC, look at GU, clean sweep, and break a structure. Yeah, we're already in it. I'm just catching back up on the chat. Sorry, you guys have been chatting for a minute. How many pips is that stop loss, brother? That's a 19.2 pip stop loss. Emmanuel, I had a massive doubt about a trade yesterday, and it still played out to my TP. How do you handle the feeling of you just missed out on one of your winners that should have covered future losses? You didn't miss anything. If you didn't take a trade because it broke one of your rules, then you didn't miss anything. If you have a rule that says, if there's something fishy going on, don't take a trade, then you don't take the trade. And then you didn't miss anything. Most of the time, that's going to be a safety valve for you and actually protect you from stop losses, because you have no idea what's going to happen, Emmanuel. Like, you could have felt that doubt and that fishiness, and it could have gone in the opposite direction and hit the stop loss that you would have had. And then you would have been like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't take that trade. Your emotions are lies. They are not true. They're not fact. They are fiction. They don't understand the full context and the big picture of what's going on. And so they try to convince you of stuff that's not real. So you've got to be able to step back and keep that longer big picture in mind. You have to keep that big picture in mind. You didn't miss anything. If you're not in the market, you're not in the market. You're on the sidelines. You're not participating. And that's perfectly fine, and actually probably the exact spot that you need to be 98% of the time when you're a trader. So if you didn't feel good about the trade and you didn't take it, then you followed and executed your plan exactly the way you should have. So that's all you need to worry about, and that's all you need to care about is I did what I was supposed to do. If probably the best thing to do, honestly, Emmanuel, is just close the chart and walk away and don't look at it again. You saw what you needed to saw. You made a decision. Now close the chart and move on. No matter what price does after that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Look what's happening right now. We're back at the charts today. And there's another setup today. And if there wasn't, oh well, I'm going to close the chart and I'm going to wait till Monday or Tuesday. The market's not going anywhere. There's always going to be another bus. You can catch the next bus. Just sit at the bus stop and wait. So there's no reason to get junked up about quote unquote missing a trade. You haven't missed anything. You haven't missed anything. You made a decision, and you need to trust that decision and just know that, sometimes this is a great point right here. I know I'm just kind of on a ramble here, but this reminds me. You all want certainty. There is no certainty in the marketplace. There is no certainty when you're taking a trade. There are only probabilities. That's it. There's only probabilities. There's no certainty. So you've got to get to a point where you understand that I'm never going to be certain about something. Even as good as I feel about this setup right here, I'm not certain it's going to play out. We're in profit. Woo! Who cares? This thing could flip around on the next 15-minute candle and when the next hour opens and just blast through our stop loss. There's no certainty at all. None whatsoever. Zero certainty. There's only probability. And so you got to get rid of needing certainty in your trading mindset, strategy, whatever you want to call it. The long trade on dollar CAD, that's a 14 pip stop loss on dollar CAD there. Sorry, Shadow Trades. I thought you were talking about the GU trade. Good afternoon, Bakong. Moby Dick, what's up? Shadow Trades. Oh gosh. Man. Manuel Botto, what I do is execute all my setups whenever they show, provided there's good RM. Yeah, that's the main thing, is you just have to execute over and over and over. When you see your setup, you execute. There's no fear. There's no hesitancy. It's just execution. We had a quick run of liquidity. We had a quick drop and displacement. We identified our breaker and our fair value gap. We have basically a sniper entry. We're almost 1-to-1 in profit. I mean, it's just, you just execute. I have no idea. I had no idea that we would get that good of an entry and we would already be in profit. I didn't know that when I set this trade up. All I knew was I've seen this setup hundreds of times now. And I know that when I execute it, more than 50% of the time, it plays out. So that's why I took the trade. I didn't know. I don't know if this is going to come down here and hit my take profit. No clue. No clue. The only other decision I have to make is where am I going to move to break even? That's all. I don't care what else happens here. I just need to know, where am I going to move to break even? Well, it's going to be somewhere around 1.5 R. So somewhere maybe down here around these lows, I'll move to break even. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set an alert, and I'm going to move that right up here underneath these lows right here. And if price can come down there, I'll move to break even. That's the only decision I have to make. Where am I going to move to break even? It's going to be around 1.5 R, which if price gets down here, that's where I'm going to go to break even. If it doesn't get down there, I don't do anything, nothing at all. There's nothing else to do. I'm not going to do one damn thing. I'm going to sit here and watch price and watch candles print, and it's either going to hit my stop loss or I'm going to move to break even today. Those are the only two things that I know for sure are going to happen. Price is going to hit my stop loss or I'm going to move to break even. The chances that it stays away from my stop loss and a break even by the end of the day are very slim. One of those is going to get tapped today. And I don't know which one it is, and I don't care. I missed 3 trades in 2 days, all hit take profit. Well, you've got to understand, Muhammad, why do you say you missed trades? Were they valid trades that met your criteria that you just out of fear didn't take them? Then yeah, that's bad on you for not executing your trading plan. But if you missed those trades because there was some part of your plan that didn't line up, you didn't miss anything. John says, I have no clue what this Nomen thing is people are talking about. Yeah, you don't need to know, John. It's not that big of a deal. Dominic, hey there, man. Have you got an idea how much do the market orders cost versus limit sell? I had a beautiful 12K profit on 4 accounts and sold those with market sell and TradingView. I mean, it depends on your broker, Dominic. Tradovate market sell from 12K profit. They take 75% off of my profit and I blew my account. So it's just a market order they're going to fill you when they get the order at the best price they can get. So it's not always going to be, just because you put a limit order in doesn't mean you're going to get filled at that limit order either. So they're going to fill you at the price. If you say market means fill me at the best price that the market can give you when you receive my order and then you transmit that order to the market. That's what a market order means. So just because you hit that close button, it's not, I know we want to believe it's instantaneous, but depending on where they filled it, what their spreads were at the time, all that goes into play. And a limit order, you're more likely probably to get maybe a little closer to your fill position, but that's not guaranteed either. Kudos, bro. Hey, I thought when sell side liquidity is grabbed, the trade is rendered invalid. Cable setup. My sell side, this is not the sell side liquidity I'm worried about. All of this sell side liquidity down here is the target, and really even ultimately way down here. But the end and the bottom of this fair value gap, daily fair value gap, is the draw on liquidity. So these little equal lows, these are not the draw on liquidities. You are right. If it's my overall draw on liquidity, I'm going to stay out. But this little draw on liquidity here is actually the breaker, and we needed it to displace through that breaker. So That's not the drawn liquidity. These levels down here are the ones that if it just had run away and tapped into that, I would have canceled that order. But here we get a nice little displacement, a proper breakthrough. We get a nice little pullback up into 50% of our breaker, tap into that fair value gap. And now price is moving away pretty nicely here. So it's pretty cool. You love to see it when you see it. It's nice. Did Bespoke say no calling trades? They haven't said anything to me about calling trades. But I imagine I'm going to have a conversation with them here pretty soon about exactly whether or not they're okay with me doing what I'm doing. I guess the main thing is that they could probably say, hey, you know, we don't care if you call trades, but if other people from your live stream are trading with us and they use those, we're going to cancel those orders or we'll ban them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they're okay with people saying, hey, here's the trades I'm taking. And if it's the other people that are using that information for their own benefit, that they're not actually taking it and identifying those trades, that's where they have the problem. So, you know, I think it would be more on y'all than it would be on me. Like, I'm not, like, they probably wouldn't ban me for calling trades. They would ban you for sitting here on the live stream and only taking the trades that I'm calling. Galaxy says, I'm here for those reasons you just mentioned, to keep my mind calm and not force trades when there is none present. It's a great mindset to have, buddy. And I'm glad you're here for it. If 1,000 people are running the same strategy, there will be the same trades going on. Yep. Galaxy, I said it once, I'll say it again. I will have multiple funded accounts, trade one at a time, make 2 to 3% withdrawal and reset my account. It's a great way to manage that. Muhammad says having personal fund is the best at the end of the day. 100%, man. They can't, no one, well, that's not true. They can take your funded account. I mean, your own personal account too. They'll figure out a way to do that. But you're way more, you're going to be way better off always trading your own funds. But prop firms are a great way to build wealth quickly right now. And we should be taking advantage of them as much as we can. Cisco, if you had doubt for a reason on the charts, higher time frame bias is a legit reason to not take it. Yep, the doubts long term should protect you. Even if one trade, it still could have won. 100%, Cisco, you're exactly right. Adrian says, I had to get a video game to help me so I won't always be on the charts. I just started playing Civ 6. I'm a big Civ fan. I love Civilization. I've been trading Civ 6. I just got into it. I used to play only Civ 5. I know Civ 6 has been out for a few years now, but I just started playing it and I love it. And actually thought about started a Venator gaming stream. And when we're not trading, we could just I could just play the games I like, and maybe some of you traders would like to watch that too. I don't know, but that'd be kind of cool. I love playing Civ though. I love those turn-based strategy games. They're pretty fun. Chase, does Bespoke let us trade the NAS? Yes, it's called NDX 100 on Bespoke. The NDX 100 on Bespoke. Corey, are you in? I am in, buddy. I was waiting to take that trade at better price once you were in a drawdown. That didn't happen, sitting on sidelines. Cool, man. Muhammad, it was valid. I think I'm having analysis paralysis. That's a very real thing, is you just get scared and you start thinking that, you know, you might lose. And when you start operating out of fear, when you let fear dictate your next decision in trading, it's always going to end in destruction. When emotions are in control of your execution, you're never going to execute properly. You got to get to a place where you are more mature and in control of your emotions. And if you can't do that. If fear has a grip on you, you're never going to get to a place where you're going to be able to be profitable consistently. Get in control of your emotions and you know, not allowing that to dictate your actions. That's the problem that probably the vast majority of people in the 90% club are still dealing with. LOL, I risk 2%. But as his deep drawdown, I guess he might. No, I don't change my drawdown until I get within 2% of my. I don't change my risk management until I'm within 2% of my overall account drawdown. Everything stays the same. I don't change anything until I'm within 8%. So I have a 10% overall account drawdown. So if I lose this trade, then I will reduce my risk on the next trade. But currently, I need my edge. My edge is what will protect me, and it will pull me out of drawdown. So I risk 2%. I'm going to win 4%. And we'll be back at it. You guys are answering the questions for me. All the guys that have been in here, thank you for answering those questions. Age of Empires is the OG, bro, when it comes to strategy. I love Age of Empires, but Civ, I don't know. Civ is so much more detailed and in depth to me. There's so many little pieces and nuances to it that you can get into. I like it. It's pretty cool. John says being funded also adds a mental struggle since you don't want to repeat the process again. Yeah, I get that, John. There's definitely a piece of the once you become funded, you have to realize you're still trading a demo account. This account that I'm on, all three of these accounts, this funded account, this phase 2 challenge, and this phase 1 challenge, they're all demo accounts. They're all paper trades. They're not real. These orders aren't in the marketplace. It's really just a test of my analysis and my execution. Can I analyze and can I execute? That's all this is. Over and over and over again. And if you can just make 2% in 1 month, you are a world-class trader. If you can pass a prop firm challenge and get funded, I have a tweet going out about this later today. If you can pass a prop firm challenge and get funded, you should be freaking proud of yourself because you just made somewhere between 13 and 15%, depending on what your prop firm's profit targets are. 8%, 10% for phase 1, and 5% typically for phase 2. That's 13 to 15% profit that you just created and made and produced, and you got funded. Once you're funded, there's no reason that you have to keep this pressure on yourself to make 13% or 5% or 8%. You should just be executing. You should be trading right now the same way you're going to trade on a live account, which is I'm just here to execute my strategy. That's all I'm here to do is to execute my strategy. That's it. It's the only thing I'm here to do. Execute. I'm not worried about my profit and loss. I'm not worried about my risk. I'm not worried about the percentage gain. I'm just here to execute. I'm not even looking at MT5. I don't even look at it. I'm just sitting here looking at this. I don't even know what's going on over there. I don't care. I want to execute and manage my trade the best way that I know how. That's all I want to do. Execute and manage my trade the best way I know how. Galaxy, why do people care about being A book or B book even though they're getting payouts? I don't understand what all the fuss is about. I don't care whether I'm being A-booked or not. The prop firms have algorithms to know the best way to handle all that they're doing. So that's the only thing I care about is, are they paying out traders that are following the rules? Let me be clear. Are they paying out traders who are following the rules and not breaking the terms of service that they agreed to when they signed up? I thought we were going to get to move to break even on that push down, but nah, doesn't look like it. The fear is making 18% being funded, then losing it. Even at first demo trading, 100K was mentally crazy since 2% is a monthly salary here. Yeah, I get it, man. It is a mental hurdle. You start thinking about all the numbers and you start thinking about all of the different stuff that goes into the potential profits. And your brain starts creating pain and fear. And you've got to be able to recognize and step back and understand that it's false. It's not real. And it's trying to protect you from something that doesn't exist. It is a true mental hurdle. It really is, 100%. All right, in about 45 minutes, we're going to do our giveaway, and I guess we'll do it like we did last week. I'll put out a tweet, and everyone will need to go retweet the tweet. I'll let you know what it is. I need to go get my Twitter picker up here. Twitter picker giveaway. Here we go. I think this is the one we've been using. Yeah. All right, that's cool. That's the one. Nice. Oh. All right. What else can we look at here? Euro dollar coming right back up into that. Again, I didn't really like this breaker as much here on euro dollar. It did end up looking like it's worked out pretty well. But it wasn't as clean as the GU setup here. This was just way cleaner, way prettier. Dollar CAD has not pulled back down into its breaker there. U.S. oil trade. I don't know. I can't remember who asked about the U.S. oil trade yesterday that we got into, but that's at least 1 R in profit right there, or just about 1 R in profit. Should be. So called that out on the stream yesterday as well. Pretty sure the dollar's going to come take out these highs today. Just in a nice little uptrend. I imagine this trend's going to continue. We're going to get a pop up here. All right. Let's see. Let me get over the chat, see what else is going on over here. LOL says, as I'm in a third world country, my mom's monthly salary is $200. That's mind-blowing to me. I always forget how many of you guys are in different parts of the world and you don't live in the United States. I know it's all relative, like, you know, we live, I'm extremely blessed to live where I live. And I understand how difficult it can be to try to, when we talk about hundreds of dollars as though it's nothing. I know that there's some of you on here that hundreds of dollars really is actually life-changing kind of money. And so if you ever hear me talk about it in a way that sounds insignificant, I'm sorry, that's not my intention to do that. It truly is not. But for people who live in the United States, $100 or $200 is, you know, maybe a week's worth of groceries, or your electric bill for your house. And so it's an amount that I can't imagine where that's the entire amount of money you need for your family for a month. It's just mind-blowing to me. And God bless you guys for trying to figure out a way to to capitalize on prop firms with that. That's crazy. Look at gold. Oh God, I have not pulled up a gold chart. Do I open this? Do I open this? Oh gosh, I'm doing it. I haven't looked at gold in forever. It's been a minute. Look at all this old analysis here. Daily breaker holding up nice. In a downtrend. So I would only be looking for sells here, especially if I'm bullish on the dollar, which I am right now. It's just in a downtrend. I haven't seen gold act like this. This is why I got rid of gold, was all of these big whips. And then look at what it does. As soon as we go away, what does the gilded gal do? Straightens up and acts like a lady. Are you kidding me? Just pullback after pullback after pullback. Just a beautiful trend. Who is this? This is not my ex. Not at all. It's just enticing me to come back. And as soon as I do, it's going to do all this crazy crap again. Because it's the gilded gal, man. I don't see. I would only be looking for shorts here. So for me, you've got this run of liquidity. You got a breaker. So there's your breaker right there. So I guess if you were wanting to go short, you would want to use these two down close candles, and a 50% of that would have been right there. You maybe have gotten a sniper entry. You would have had to put your stop bare minimum above the bodies of those candles, but because it's gold, you're probably going to want to put it up there or up there. No, I'm just kidding. Probably right there. And then you would be looking for a 1 to 2 somewhere down there. I wouldn't be trying to get long for sure, but yeah, quick stab up, displacement, you come back up into the breaker, you're good to go. And gold's been in a downtrend, so this lines up with the overall higher time frame bias. I can't believe how pretty that is. Gold. I see you. I see you, gold. John says, that's crazy. I thought China, Taiwan salary was low. LOL says, the best part is we don't pay taxes on trading profits. Well, that's good. Chase, third world as well. If I make $400 a month, I can pay for university and rent. That's insane to me, man. It's insane to me. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. Fossil Man, yes, please, gold. LL, we are on the same boat, Chase. I might be the first millionaire from my entire bloodline. When you say this is not my ex on gold, I was like, where is wifey? She's not up. She should be getting up here in another 20 minutes or so, coming downstairs with the pups. Oh, gold. Gold is my mistress, and we're in a breakup currently. We've decided to see other people, and just, we needed some space. We just needed some space from each other, get our heads straight, realign and kind of reassess our priorities and our values for each other. Because it was just getting pretty toxic and volatile there for a bit, and I just didn't. I just I just knew that it would not end well for me if I kept trying to, you know, she'd apologize, say she wouldn't do it again, and I believe her. And then, you know, sure enough, I'd come home and there's another guy. And then she'd apologize and say she'd never do it again. And then, you know, break my heart just over and over. And you can only get your heart broken so many times before you're like, you know what? I respect myself and I love myself too much, and I'm not going to put myself through that again. So I'm going to have to, we're going to have to just take a break. We're going to have to take a break. East Africa. What is that? Kenya, Mozambique. I don't know all the East African countries. Just realized that all of you who can get by from a couple of $100 would also see the challenges as really expensive when you hadn't thought about it before. Yeah, they would definitely view challenges as being extremely expensive, for sure. You think about a 10K challenge is $100. That's 2 weeks salary, right? So 100K account is more than a month's salary to pay for. So that's why, you know, that's why there's a ton of extra mental hurdles there for you guys, is because that amount of money is massive, massive. Emmanuel, gold will kiss you then slap you. Oftentimes you won't even get the kiss. She'll lean in for the kiss. And then right before your lips touch, you just get the cold, hard slap across the side of the face. And it's just a complete psych out. Like, oh, here come those juicy lips. Pa! Nope. I'm from South Africa. There are people earning about $200. It's not a nice life, but that's the average, to be honest. It's something insane seeing people talk about how cheap these challenges are. Yeah, I get that. And you got to forgive us, man. We, you know, it's all relative. It's all completely relative. Dun, dun, dun. Don't. Eurodollar coming down. I need GU to follow suit. I don't think Eurodollar gets back above here today. If we're gonna come lower, this is where it stalls out. And it's dropping. Dollars pumping. I need GU to follow suit here. At least let us get to break even. Looks like we're about to be able to do that here pretty soon, hopefully. Hey, break even, baby. Let's go. I love it. I'm going to move everything up. And then I love it. It's great. It's fantastic. Let me just make sure everything is moved. Yep, that one's moved. That one's moved. All right. Let me copy that. Ding dong. I love that alert. Bing bong. Trade alert, or trade update, sorry. Trade update on GBP USD. Move to break even. And in the Discord, GBP USD trade update. I love it, I love it, I love it. Man, it'd be a great Friday to be able to smash out a nice little TP on the live stream. All right, we'll be doing our account giveaway in about 30 minutes here, y'all. I will tweet out something here when we get close to the top of the hour, like let's go or gold sucks or something like that. What should the tweet be? We can do that. What should the tweet be that we retweet? I'll do whatever the chat says. Well, I won't do whatever the chat says. I'm not going to be vulgar or crass, but chat, what should the tweet be that we use to pick the 10K account winner today? Let me see your best tweet options in the chat. I mean, pretty freaking good sniper entry there, right? Am I right? That's another pretty freaking good sniper entry. So, good job, Adrian. TP hit. Way to go, buddy. A Mexican telenovela. Yeah. They're the best ones to watch, man. They're so melodramatic. Even if you don't know what the hell they're saying, they're so funny. Sorry to not follow you, but I was in EU. It seemed clear to me because on the daily fair value gap is a draw on liquidity. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a good play. And if I had taken a 50%, let's see, I would have had my stop here. The TP is about right there that's where I would have had my TP for EU. I think EU could come down all the way here today. It wouldn't surprise me if EU comes all the way down here. So, just have to wait and see. We still have a little bit of ways to go on our TP here on GU. Still a little ways to go there. But, I mean, it looks like we may get down there. That should be the tweet. What's the tweet? TP hit? That should be the tweet? Maybe. If we hit TP before we have to do the giveaway, maybe it'll just be TP hit, and you can retweet that. Texas Snipers tweet idea. That's not bad. $100 is my 2 months of groceries in South Africa. That's God, y'all, I cannot believe that. I actually have a chance to go to Mozambique in November. My church is taking a mission trip there to Mozambique in November, and I have a chance. I've been asked to go on that trip. I haven't decided if I'm going to yet, but is there anybody here from Mozambique? Maybe we can find a way to connect if we go down there. I think I'm gonna go. I'm not completely sure I am. I think I'm gonna go. Story of my mistress. Sharing is caring. Awkward puppet. I have not seen Awkward Puppet on YouTube. Man, what a beautiful Friday. If this trade hits my 1 to 4 TP, I'll pass my phase 2 and get funded in a month. That's awesome, LOL. I hope it works out. Bakong, 1 R at a time. Hey, that's a good tweet. I like that. Tweet, I might go back to my mistress soon. Y'all should invest your cash on third worlds if you want to triple your money value. Not a bad idea. Texelco says you should go. It's a beautiful place. So our church has been there a couple times now, and I know the guys that have gone down, and I've seen it. It does look beautiful. From what I understand, Mozambique is the sixth, or it's one of the poorest countries in the world. That they just have very, very. It's just a very poor country. So, we're hopeful to go there and do some good work, but run with the bag. Rifon just passed my 100K phase one with this trade. Amazing, Brad. That's awesome, man. Rifon, are you in the Discord? If you're in the Discord, put your certificate in the trophy room. Let me see it, man. I'd love to be able to celebrate that with you. Awesome. Congrats, dude. That's huge. Congrats, buddy. We definitely want to celebrate that in the Discord, so put it back up there. Dollar making a pretty good dig here. This is your next draw on liquidity here for the dollar. The indices are they just keep coming down. I don't think you're going to get the entry on dollar CAD here at all. S&P's dropping, Nas dropping, U.S. oil dropping hard. Man, that's a nice looking U.S. oil trade right there. Gold, if you had taken that breaker setup right there, you might be in profits. EU, again, drawn liquidity for EU is down here. And drawn liquidity for GU is down here as well. So hopefully we can hit a TP. I don't know if we're going to get down here in the next 30 minutes. We may not. That would be I would love to be able to hit a TP and just be done for the day. That'd be awesome. Hayabusa, sir, please check UJ. I'm always there because it's been supplied. Yeah, we'll go check UJ. That's not the right one. Hold on. I'm going to use ACAP. Let's see. Weekly time frame. We're on an uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows. We just took out this sell side liquidity, but we're definitely in an uptrend. We've had a small little pullback. Tapped into this little fair value gap, retested that old high. So what I would want to see is I'm bullish dollar here. So we're definitely going to be looking for, we have had a run of liquidity. So we ran liquidity, we displaced higher. We've also run this liquidity and displaced higher. You could have gotten in back here on this breaker, these up close candles into this liquidity we displaced through. You could have used this as your breaker, either one, to catch this run up. So you had breakers here. We've now run this sell side liquidity and displaced through. So, these sell side imbalances are probably what I would be using as my draw on liquidity up here. So I would anticipate UJ coming up into this area here, at least into these relative equal highs and into these imbalances up here. It may not give you a good pullback here. We'll have to wait and see. UJ swerved my entry. Which entry were you getting on UJ? What were you looking for? This down here? this order block. Trying to get in on this breaker. If you got in halfway down on this breaker somewhere right here, is that what you is that Cisco where you got swerved right here? The lower breaker, but I was looking for below halfway down. Yeah, so somewhere probably right here is where you were looking, I imagine. Probably about there is where you were looking if you were using this breaker. Yep. Not, I mean, that's a really nice looking play. You get that displacement up, you take out an old low, and then you just place higher. It comes back, rebalances these fair value gaps. It's a really nice looking move there. Really nice looking move. Oh. I want to get to a little winning streak, man. I want to put 2 or 3 wins together in a row. On Eurodollar, if it doesn't just keep dropping down here, I would be looking for, on my other strategy, an entry somewhere back up around here. This isn't a breaker strategy, but I mean, I guess technically it is. You do have this breaker over here. I'd probably be looking for something up in here. Hey, there she is. The love of my life. And my wife.
Oh my God.
Hey, buddy. Hi. Go potty. Go potty. Oh, here goes Kirby. What's wrong?
I just don't want to go to work. I want to be in my bed.
You don't have to go.
It's up to you. You make fun of me if I don't.
Mm-hmm. Rifin says, took that UJ trade. It was a nice looking setup. We weren't watching it, but it's a nice looking setup. These setups happen all the time. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to use my trades. You don't have to use my pairs. There's this repeats across every asset that you could be trading. It's just the way that the market moves from liquidity to liquidity. If it wants to go higher, it will go lower first and grab liquidity and then move quickly away. And then it wants to come back. After that quick move up, it will come back and rebalance price before it continues on in the direction it wants to go. This is the way price moves. Hey, bud. I've already given my thoughts on GJ. Until I see a break of this 4-hour low here, I'm not going to be turning bearish. It's still in an uptrend, so I would need to see either a big move higher on GJ so that I could catch a move up. That's kind of where I'm landing on that. I'm not going to be looking to take a short on GJ anywhere. What if the breaker is small and I enter at the tap of it? I mean, if it's a small pip difference on the half and the whole breaker. You can enter on the touch of the breaker. You could enter right at the touch of any breaker. But it just means you're going to have, if you enter at the touch of a breaker, you still have to put your stop loss in the same spot. And so now instead of a 19.2 pip stop loss, you have a 33 pip stop loss. And instead of having this as your take profit, you have this as your take profit. So I prefer to get deeper pullbacks into the breaker because I can get a smaller stop and a shorter TP for my trade to work versus just touching the breaker itself. You might get into more trades, but you're also probably you may not get the full TPs. Like this is a big move. That's a 66 pip move, a 70 pip move instead of a 40 pip move. So that's kind of the main drawback for me in just going in at the touch of the breaker. I want to see it get up into those fair value gaps. I want to see it rebalance some of the displacement. So you have a run of liquidity and then you have displacement. I want to see that rebalance of displacement before it continues down. Sometimes it doesn't do it. Sometimes it just comes up, touches the bottom of the breaker, and then it disappears. Best sell area for UJ. I want to enter now for all in. Do not sell UJ right here, please. If you're selling UJ, it means my trade's gonna trash and break even. I don't want to break even today. EU is on fire. Yeah, EU is on fire. It's dropping like a freaking falling off a cliff. Drawing liquidity, that weekly fair value gap getting touched into. These are the relative equal lows right here inside that fair value gap. So this is where, again, I said earlier, I said yesterday, I've said all week, I think it's coming down here. Our drawn liquidity has been right all week long. We just got chopped on GU Wednesday. No trade yesterday. It was horrible. And today we're continuing on. Our drawn liquidity is correct. And I just want to be clear why I took the GU. It's just so much cleaner. The run on liquidity was so much more clear. The displacement was so much more clear. EU did not have the same clear setup right here. Like this run of liquidity was not as clean. It would have been these highs that needed to be taken out and then displaced. And then you didn't get this sharp displacement close like you did on GU. Anyway, you can just tell this doesn't look as clean as that. There's just a very clear difference. They're both working out. And there were some people already on here that said they took the EU trade. And that's fine. It's working out great. How do you control yourself from micromanaging trades? I just decide to follow my rules, man. I just decide to follow my rules. I have nothing else to do. I'm at break even. My position is slightly in profit here. You can see what it is. Basically going to cover the trade So it's like $10 in profit. So it's like 271. So my current stop is right there. That's my current stop. 27193. My entry is right here because I wanted 27196. It actually gave me a better entry than I wanted. 27203 is where I got in. So that's the actual entry that I got. And that's where my stop loss is right now. Cisco says deeper into breaker allows for far better risk reward. Also, if you want for swing it. Yep. Less entries, true, but better risk rewards. You have to decide what you're comfortable with. 100% Cisco, you are exactly right. Exactly right. Brad, in your experience, do you think there's a chance UJ can still come back into that breaker again? Absolutely. My experience is that a lot of times these breakers will trigger, you'll go down, you'll come back up and retest it one more time before it falls. So I don't know that it comes all the way back down to this breaker. It would more likely come back down into these breakers here because you've now grabbed sell side liquidity here on that pullback. And then you displaced through. So this breaker now is the one that you would have your eye on here or here. One of those two are what you're looking for. That initiated this run down. So tapping down into that, you might find something like this. You know, I would still want to keep my stop here, and the TP would be about there, which is just above these equal highs. So it may not come back down there at all. I don't know, but that is a possibility there on UJ. If I was going to look for a second entry there, that is either one of those breakers you could target. I would probably use this top one. I don't know that it's going to come that far down. If you use the top one, you're still going to have your stop loss below the candle that created the lowest breaker. So it could still get into that bottom breaker and then pull away. So you're talking about the difference between an 18 pip stop and a 14 pip stop. So that's probably where I would look at UJ. Hayabusa, I don't know if you're being serious or if you're just clowning around. I would not do a small 3 to 5 pip stop. That's too much for me. That's too tight. 50 people watching, but 29 likes. Please like the stream. That's from LOL. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Let's see. I see 45 on one. What's the actual? I see 43 on one, 45 on one. All right, we got about 9 more minutes before the giveaway starts. Still need to come up with what we're going to tweet out here. What are we going to tweet out here? Do you think there's a need to analyze every day in the market? I mean, only in the sense that you need to make sure that your bias, it doesn't take a lot of time. But yes, I do like to go back over my trades each day. It doesn't have to take a lot of time, but I do just make sure, hey, is my bias still correct? Is the drawn liquidity been tapped into? All that kind of stuff. That's kind of the main thing that you want to look for with all that. Is you want to make sure that your bias is still correct. So I do go back over the analysis. I don't spend a lot of time on it. Maybe 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes is about all you need to do, because you're watching the charts. You already see what's happening. You don't need to just spend a ton of time every day going back through there. Looks like our break even is going to get hit. That kind of sucks. Be unfortunate, but it is what it is. Maybe your next giveaway for those only who like the stream. I wish there was a way to scrape that information and pick winners from that. Mr. Alfie says, I've gone for the lower fair value gap on UJ as there is a corresponding fair value gap on the bearish candle. Think when this happens, it's called a BPR and access an extra draw for price to return to. Yeah, it can. It can for sure. DXY is losing a little bit of momentum. Yeah, it's coming back down. It's going to rebalance some of this here. Nice little breaker right here. It could come back down into. If it comes that low, we'll probably be a break-even trade, and that's fine. It's the way it goes. Hi, Busa. Greetings from Indonesia. You know Lonti technically better than SMC. I don't know what Lonti is. Clean price coming soon in September. Oh, we can only hope. We can only hope, man. Ikram, greetings from the UK. Welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. Hold on, I'm texting my wife. She's upstairs and didn't want to come down, so she sends me text messages. This is about where I'd want to see EU turn around here. And see the dollar kind of rally back up as we close out. And then in the start of the hour, hopefully we just roll up from here. I feel like our break even is going to tap right as the hour opens here. Why do you want EU to turn around? I want EU to turn around right here because that means the dollar's gaining strength. And if EU can collapse, then GU will probably likely follow. So I want EU to turn around. This is still my draw on liquidity for EU today. And I would prefer it not pull back up super high. It's gotten into the bottom of this breaker over here. I was saying if you wanted to continue and to capitalize on this draw of liquidity, this is probably where I would look on EU for a turnaround. All right, just a couple more minutes, and then we get to watch the misery of seeing our break even get hit. Ancient Past Saucity says, I thought August would be better than July. I think I just don't have enough data, still learning. August is typically the summer. July and August are always kind of just crappy together in general. But I do think this candle is going to open here and tap our break even. That's frustrating. What a great sniper little entry there. Got to 1.5 R, got to move to break even, and then it's going to come back up. It's going to retest this breaker, and then it's going to fall off a cliff. Oh, break even is better than a loss. Absolutely. I'm not. When I say I'm frustrated, it's just the fact that I'm a human being. And if people tell you that they don't feel emotions, they're lying. So there's emotions involved, and you want to win. I want to win. I don't want to lose. I want to make money. I want to pass these challenges. I want to stack accounts. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So if I'm doing it for any other reason, then I'm doing it for the wrong reasons. So maybe we get lucky and it just it taps into this hourly fair value gap right here and doesn't go any further. So on the hourly time frame right here, we've got that fair value gap right there. That's the only thing that could hold that down. That hourly fair value gap. That's our last line of defense. If it pushes through there, we're dead. We have a dead break-even trade if it pushes up through there. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky. Sometimes you need a little luck, man. Sometimes that's all you need is just a little luck. But it's grabbed quite a bit of sell side liquidity there. Left that low in place, which is kind of frustrating. Didn't want to get all the way back down to that fair value gap. It may still, it could still turn around here. I just don't have super high confidence in it currently. After that last hourly close, we failed We failed to displace below this low, so your eye immediately turns back up to this last hourly candle high to see how it wants to respect that. So this is an hourly order block right here. It is reaching up into it right now, so we'll have to see how that hourly fair value gap plays out. If it can hold price down, maybe we'll be okay. Maybe not. All right, we got about 40-something people in here. You have a 1 in 40 chance of winning a $10,000 challenge from Bespoke Funding. So let me go tweet out Galaxy. I'm about to announce it right now, but we'll draw in about we'll give everybody a good 5-6 minutes to retweet. So if you need to go use the restroom real quick, go ahead. Let's see. I'm just going to put all right, I just tweeted out who's next. Who's next? And I'm going to put that in here. This tweet right here. You need to go retweet that. Retweet that tweet. Who's next? Retweet who's next. And I'll give you guys until like 8:10. So you got about 7 minutes. I'll give you guys 7 minutes. Just retweet it. You have to retweet it or you won't be eligible. The Twitter picker uses retweets to pick the winner. So go and retweet who's next. I just tweeted it out. So I'll give you guys about 6 more minutes to go retweet that, and then we'll pull it up and see how it goes. See who's going to win today. Is it repost now? Retweet, repost, retweet, whatever it's called. Did Elon change it from retweet to repost? He may have. I don't know.
Elon does what Elon wants.
Well, when you spend $44 billion on something, I guess you can do whatever the heck you want to do. A lot of dollar weakness here, and our TP is just about to go. There it is, break even. Break even, baby. That's unfortunate. That kind of sucks. I mean, definitely would have rather had a TP, and it was moving in the right direction. Had a beautiful sniper entry. Really nice entry there. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles, man. Follow your rules, execute your trading plan, and that's all you can do. That's all you can do. And everybody is commenting on that. I need you to retweet it or repost. All right, babe, I love you.
You want Kirby when you get done?
Sure.
I'll put him in here so he didn't cry.
All right. All right, a couple more minutes there, guys. Repost that, and then we'll do our draw. Repost that, and then we'll do our draw. You Jay coming back down into that breaker area there, so you might be able to get a second entry on you, Jay, potentially. But the dollar is showing quite a bit of weakness here. You do have this really pretty trend line here that is going to act as a draw on liquidity. So unfortunate we didn't get our full 1 to 2 TP today, but we did get that EU position is getting hammered. We weren't in that, but I was thinking it would turn around right there and run right back down into that draw on liquidity. But this is still a great setup. A beautiful run of liquidity here, displacement away, rebalance. We just didn't get a full drop down to our TP today. So, but the nice thing is we were able to get to a break-even position. There was no risk on that. And now we can just update our stats. Can update our trading record here and put another break-even. The last time I had this many 2 break-evens, I went on like a 3-win streak. So, all right, it's time to do our giveaway. So you guys hopefully have all had a chance to repost the Who's Next tweet. You got about 45 people in here, so we'll see. All right, let me get let me minimize this, and that way I can pull up. Let me find that tweet. Where's my tweet here? There it is. Let me grab that, and then we're gonna put that in the Twitter picker. Let me pull this up. There we go. Control V. Control V. All right, so we're going to load the tweet here. Now there's the tweet. All right. We're looking for one winner. The only qualification is that you're following me, which all of you are. What the heck? And you don't have to have a picture. No banner, tweet count, and all that's good. All right, so we will continue. It will pull in all of the, there's everybody. Look at all your nice, beautiful faces. John, always there on the front page. Bakong, Bai Lemansky, David Dreams, Shadow. And then it goes all the way through. There's only 37 people. Only 37 of you. There's 50 people watching. And only 37 of you went and reposted that tweet. Oh my gosh, I don't understand. All right, that's it. 37 people. You have a 1 in 37 chance of winning. All right. begin the draw. All right, good luck to everybody. I say this every week. I hope that you do not use this as a lottery ticket. I hope that you will be here, follow the stream, learn how to be patient and disciplined. I know this can be life-changing for whoever wins. So be respectful of the account. Don't just treat it like a casino and a gamble, please. All right, that's my disclaimer. That's why I don't like doing giveaways, but I know that there's a lot of people on here that $100 10K challenge is a lot of money. So, all right, here we go. Ready? Drum roll. The winner of the 10K challenge is Zev R. Zever at Zever. Are you in here, buddy? I don't recognize that name, but hopefully you're in here. Maybe it's a different name on YouTube. Alex, I've seen you in here before. Congratulations, Alex. Way to go, man. Congratulations. Alex has been in here for a while. I've seen Alex in here a lot. So welcome. Congrats, buddy. DM me on Twitter, Alex. And what I will do is give you instructions on how to go get your account from Bespoke today. And they're usually pretty quick about getting that stuff to you. So way to go, Alex. Congratulations, man. I hope that you'll use this 10K account and that it will prove fruitful for you in your trading career. So don't gamble it away. Don't rush through the process. Take your time. And I hope that it turns out to be all that you want it to be. But DM me over on Twitter, Alex, and I'll get you hooked up with that. We'll get you hooked up with that. GU, I'm not going to change my bias. Technically, I could take another entry because I have not taken a win or a loss today. So, I mean, technically, I could still find another setup here. But I'm going to wait. I'm not going to rush back in. I'm fine with taking a break-even trade today. There's nothing about taking another trade that is exciting to me. UJ, getting back down into its breakers here. There's a lot of weakness there. Quick red. A buy side, so not sure the dollar's going to want to run much higher here. It made another stab, made a high of the week. It could be in, and that could be it. Hayabusa says, I'm all in buying gold. Bro, I cannot figure you out. I don't know why you keep saying you're all in on everything. I hope you're joking. Congratulations. I'm tempted to go long on EU, not going to lie. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty tempting. You do have a quick run and stab of sell side liquidity. It's made a low of the week. If you can get some continued displacement above, you might have a nice little entry there. I would not do it only because my overall draw on liquidity wasn't reached, which is down here on these lows right here. Actually, right there. That weekly swing low was my draw on liquidity. I thought we would get down there today. It could still get down there today. But if it can close out super strong next week, I would anticipate an open high somewhere up in here into this, whatever the weekly, whatever that is. And then a drop down further into this weekly fair value gap there. The liquidity on the trend line you pointed out, and DXY, EU, SMT on the daily chart. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Michael. I mean, it's pretty clear. DXY took out these highs from Friday, June 30th and Thursday, July 6th. And EU has failed to get that low. Let me go hook up Alex over here. Alex, did you message me? DM me over on Twitter. Okay, cool. There it is. I got you, bro. All right, let me let me get Alex hooked up here for a second. Give me 1 minute, guys. All right, there you go, buddy. You're all set. Good luck on that, man. Hope it works out. Keep us updated. I know Muhammad is in profit. I think Cisco's in profit on their challenges. I'm not sure if anybody else is. I know Simon, the Trading Society guy that was in here a minute ago, I think he lost his a little bit ago, but LOL says, if I hold trade for a weekend on swap account, do I pay for 2 days or one? Ooh. That's a great question. I'm not sure because I've never done that and I don't know the answer. So I hesitate to give you a good, clear reason on that. So I don't know. It's a good question, LOL. Somebody else may know. I sell gold, hold the TP, and I buy gold to 2060. Okay. Only when Wednesday is the day, there's 2 days charge. Don't know why it's that way though. What even is a swap account? Every account is a swap account, unless you have some of the Islamic traders have a non-swap account. And I think some other brokers are now offering you to be able to select a non-swap account. I just think you might have higher commissions or higher spreads potentially to account. Still got mine. Michael's still got his. 1 win, 2 losses, balance at break even. Then you're good. Cisco 2% in profit, but UJ may reduce that to 1. Yeah, this was the trade to get in on UJ for sure. Dollar's definitely showing a massive pullback after grabbing that liquidity there. It is pulling back up into this order block. GU, let's see. GU's tapping into this order block up here. Rebalance that whole fair value gap. Definitely looks like it wants to kind of scream higher here. If it does, this is the trade I would be looking at here. If you were going to trade a reversal, that's about where I would look to do it. That's the GU reversal. EU has not given you that same displacement above that high. GU has displaced above this high here. So you've had this run of this last up close candle ran liquidity. We've displaced through it. It could turn around. My bias is still down here, so I'm not going to take this trade. I would not take this trade. But if you are a reversal trader, that's what's coming into play right now. My gut is that this is just a stop run on people that were short from the London session and this big move, the early New York session. I feel like that's an aggressive stop run up, grabbing liquidity, rebalancing price, and now it's going to continue to move down. That's what my gut says on this trade right here. I don't know if that UJ trade's going to work out or not, but that's what I kind of feel like is happening here on GU. Just a little stop run above, clearing out this liquidity, rebalancing price right here, and then we kind of come back down. John, are you keeping track of who wins and what they do with it? That would be interesting. Is swap account a Forex thing? Yeah. So here you go. Let me just pull this up. We can all kind of learn about this together. So a swap in Forex refers to the interest that you either earn or pay for a trade that you keep overnight. There are 2 types of swaps: a swap long, used for keeping long positions open overnight, and a swap short, used for keeping short positions overnight. It's the rollover interest rate, should not be confused with rollovers. The rollover refers to the process extending the settlement date of an open trade. So, I mean, just Google it. You can read about it, but it's just as they... it's charged when you keep a position open overnight. It's just the interest rate between the 2 currencies of the pair you're trading. So that's how it's calculated. That's it. And it's not any more complicated than that. EU's playing with my emotion. My TP is not that ambiguous. It's on the equal lows. Yep. No, it's not a futures thing. You don't have to worry about it, John. It's all about carry trade, actually, but that's a whole other thing. Brad, can't wait for you to get into futures. As soon as my funded futures opens, I'm going to check them out. I'll do it. I'll definitely buy a small challenge and give it a go. Next week will be our 1 week or 1 month anniversary partnership with Bespoke Funding. So I'll sit down with them next week and we'll see how it goes. If you guys haven't used that discount code, feel free to use it. That's definitely helpful. And if you want to use the 20% discount that they have going on right now, just be sure to use the link that I have over on the YouTube profile page. And you can get that 20% discount, and it'll still get credited to the sponsorship here. What's DXY doing? All right, y'all. I think I'm going to give it a go here. This was a great stream today. We got into a great trade. We had a great setup. We called it. We executed. We got to break even. We managed everything exactly the way we intended to, and the trade just didn't work out in our favor today. But we didn't lose anything. In fact, we may have picked up about $10 or so, $100 on the other account. So everything's just fine and dandy in the Venator trading world. We're just going to keep doing what we do, and we know that in the long run, we're going to be just fine, and it doesn't matter what happens with this account or these challenges in the end, ultimately. So hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you get out, get off the charts, enjoy your time with your family or friends, but do something. Don't just sit here and stare at charts all weekend. Don't just sit here and back test for 15 hours. There's this thing called the law of diminishing returns. And oftentimes getting your eyes and your mind off of this is the best thing you can do for your trading. Not think about it for 2 days straight. Just close the charts, walk away. Don't even look at it again until we get back together on Monday. All right. So, but whatever you do, I hope you have a good time. Be safe. And we'll catch you guys back on the stream Monday. We'll be in Discord all weekend. So if you haven't hooked up on the Discord channel yet, let me just throw that link back up here one more time. I'll copy that over into the to the chat here. If you're not on Discord, you can go and join Discord. We're all hanging out over there. I'll be in there the rest of the day today. And of course, I'll be in there all weekend. We can just chat about all kinds of different stuff. But hopefully, everything goes well until Monday. So we'll see you guys Monday, 7 a.m. Have a great weekend. Audio show.